Guys, welcome back. So we're going to be testing this fake Rx590 Gme, which is really a Rx580 8 GB version. So we'll be testing it on Dying Light, the first version. So we'll put it in that machine and let's see how it gets on. Right guys, so I'm in the game. I've set it to 1080 and I've set everything to very high and all the other bits turned on. So this is like the top quality that you'll get. So let's get out of that and let's see what kind of frames we get. So you can see in this game, it's doing pretty well. It's doing about 80. Let's kill him. So let's run around. So if you go near the grass areas, it drops to about under 60, but coming out of it, it comes back up again. So that's one thing to notice. Temps around 65 degrees, which is pretty decent. And the game looks pretty good, even though it's a old game. And these cards are still very decent. I mean, RX580 has been around for a long time, and it's still very good for budget 1080p games. Obviously, this is the highest settings. If you go down to like medium settings, for instance, you'll get better frame rates, especially in this game. But obviously, the newer titles, it's gonna be kind of difficult, such as like Hogwarts, Last of Us. I've seen they use a lot of RAM and there's a lot of stutter, etc. So games like that will be difficult to run, but older titles, the RX580 is still a very decent card, and it's a very good card to use on budget setups. You can get RX 580s for around £100, $100 US. So yeah, still a decent card for 1080p. So yeah, let's have a look at that frame rate again. So again, around 70s. Temp stayed at 65, and yeah, looking pretty decent. So what I'll do now is go to the settings and put it down all the way. So video. So let's go here. Full screen, uncapped. Shadow. Let's put it to lowest. Low. View distance. I'll leave that as it is. Turn that off. Turn that off. Motion blur off. Let's turn that off, off. Okay, so let's see what we get now. So you can see, to be honest, I'm going to be really honest, the game doesn't look too bad, to be honest. It still looks pretty decent, even with its low settings. But if you look at the frame rate, it's gone to 160, and at this level, it's still very, still playable. Sorry, it's got this cough, hasn't gone away yet. But yeah, again, like I said, if you go near the grass area, near the foliage, it drops. You can see it's dropped to 100, and then it comes back up again. So let's come back here, and it's going to go back up to around 130s. Let's go near the building area. 140s. Yeah, so this card is still very decent for old games, and I would recommend it for 1080p gaming, older titles. So yeah, very good card. And the temp's still at 65 degrees. It's not going up or down, which is decent. And we're getting 100% usage out of the card. So yeah, here you go. Even in combat, it's still doing very good. So yeah, this card cards like RX580s, I'll still recommend them. So yeah, I want to give you a quick look at how the fake Rx590 is doing, and it's still pretty decent. If you play games like this, then it'll run nicely all day long. Obviously, if you're playing a bit more demanding games, newer titles, then I would recommend getting a newer card. Go for the the 5000 series or the 6000 series AMD cards. I did get another Ming Zhao 5700 XT. It was going for a good price, so I thought let's get another one. And yeah, those kind of cards would be best to buy if you're going to play the latest games. It should hold up pretty well in 1080p high, maybe even 1440p low to medium. Those cards will be still pretty decent. The only thing to look out for is obviously power usage on those older cards. They draw a lot of power, 225 watts I believe on the 5700 XT, which is pretty high. If you want something a bit more efficient, and obviously you need to go for the newer 6000 series cards, like the 6600M, which is very good price and uses very minimal wattage. Also the 6600 is decent. So yeah, there you guys have it. I wanted to do a quick video on this 590 Gme card, and you can see it's doing pretty well. Just to recap, the temperature has gone up to 66 now, and we're getting around 160, 170, around that mark. And yeah, decent card. So catch you guys in the next one. Peace.